Hello there, so we recently did a video of an insanely awesome shotgun combo build, so I thought we'd do the same, but now with heavy guns instead. Ridiculous damage, amazing quality of life, no need to really change things up at all. Sound good? Let's get into it. Now of course it wouldn't be a heavy gunner build from Nightmare if one all-important weapon was not included, so of course the Shredder is making an appearance, but what are we going to be pairing it with? And well, that is going to be the Flamer. So for this heavy gunner combo build we have the Shredder and the Flamer, both taking care of all the important requirements you could have. So starting things off, both are extremely powerful when it comes to damage. Use either of them in any situation and the enemy is going to be dealt with, including bosses, so whatever you might be feeling like in that particular moment, it's easy to grab either of them. And this is where the overall beauty of this combo starts to happen. Strength is a special stat that's particularly important when it comes to heavy gunner builds, but there's a lot of other cards in strength that you might want to use that provide, massive quality of life or utility to your gameplay. Now the Shredder only cares about one perk card in strength basically, and that's Basher. 2 points for it, it's a done deal. We don't need to worry about the other heavy gunner perks or lock and load, etc. And this pairs well with the Flamer because it has a large magazine size of 200 and pretty high damage to start things off with, so even without the heavy gunner perk cards we still have really good damage out of it, so we can save a ton of room in strength for whatever else we might want to actually use, whether it be weight reduction, survivability. You can opt for it all. Arguably your legendary role is your main focus for your overall damage here for the Shredder. You want to go for something like a vampire's bashing roll, or if you want even more ridiculous damage, an anti-armor bashing roll. Flamer, anti-armor and bloodied both work great as well. Both take advantage of the great damage perk cards that we're going to be running, like Tenderizer, Adrenaline. They're all important stabilized, so both of these weapons are working with our setup perfectly. Now quality of life is where they really start to shine. The Shredder doesn't care about ammo, so that means only one ammo type to worry about for this combo, being fuel for the Flamer. Now most of your enemies, besides your boss DPS situations, the Flamer is only going to need a little quick burst to take your enemies down, so it's actually quite economic when it comes to its ammo usage. And if you do need ammo, then something like daily ops ammo farming is a great option to go for. A vampire's bashing Shredder is going to keep you alive, so stim packs will hardly ever be a concern for you, and the Flamer can come in handy as well for a variety of situations to keep your allies alive with a friendly fire perk card over in Charisma. So in expeditions when you're helping the Saboteur, or in events like Test Your Metal to keep the Brotherhood Gladiators alive, or even just your teammates, great little quality of life feature there. So both are providing not only great damage but survivability in a variety of situations. The Flamer also gives you a bit more of a ranged option, even though it's still close quarters. It's not as close as the Shredder needs to be, so if you want some headshots, on your bigger kind of enemies like your behemoths or your bosses, then just swap to the Flamer and you'll have a bit of range to work with if you need it. We are in power armor as well, of course, so great resistance there, don't need to worry about your nuke zones, etc. Legendary perk cards like Electric Absorption handle our fusion cores and also provide healing, so more quality of life. Power Sprinter saves our AP for when we're using our Shredder, so you can just see how it all works really nicely together. Taking one for the team, also a big damage boost for when we are on a team. Lone Wanderer if we're running solo, but if we're on a team, then over in Charisma the usual inspirational and strange in numbers combo is going to be the go-to. But just an overall look at the build, you can see running a lot of quality of life cards, your weight reduction stuff, your survivability, your AP beneficial cards. You can use a lot of whatever you like without having to worry just about maximizing as much damage as you can for your weapons over in something like strength, because Shredder is just really good, and the Flamer also just hits like a tank, so you can literally have a lot of spare points to use in whatever you feel like. But let me know what you think of this combo. Is it something you already use? Sound off in the comments below, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, then do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stick around for more for our content. As always, massive thank you to the channel members for their support. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.